Hello, Tony Belton speaking. Yes, well today I'm going to explain a little bit about the cameras that I stock in my store, and the type of camera that I would advise people of different abilities and skills to buy, rather than throw them in amongst the array of cameras that I've got in the store, which are very extensive. You really do need advice if you're a novice. If you're a gifted amateur or a seasoned professional, obviously you'll already have that knowledge, but let's talk about the novice first. What sort of camera should he buy or she buy? Well, I would suggest a point and shoot of a well-known brand, which there are, well, quite a range: Nikon, Canon, Olympus, Samsung, Panasonic, Pentax. They all do point and shoots, which are basically you point it, press the shutter, it's on automatic, so the camera does everything for you. It optimizes the shot, as we say, and that sorts out the lighting, the exposure times, everything. And all you've got to do is put the subject in front of the camera. Well, you need to get the lighting right. You want the lighting behind you, shining on the subject, not behind them shining on you, in simple terms. So you need a bit of practice with that one first. Let's say give yourself a year or a couple of years, and then if you feel excited about photography and enthusiastic, that I always have been since my first early attempts at taking photos with a Kodak Brownie that I found in someone's dustbin, and I cleaned it up and used it, and that developed my enthusiasm for it, and I've been an enthusiast ever since. What shall we say, gifted amateur. I did delve into professionalism with wedding work, mainly videos, also a few still shots, but I didn't really have a good enough cam for that. I had a Canon Sure Shot, which was okay, but it wasn't really a large format camera, which is what you need for that. Anyway, I digress. Then, as I say, we go on to the bridging camera for those that have got some accomplishments behind them now with the point and shoot. And the bridging camera really is a glorified point and shoot. It's bigger. It can be mistaken for a digital SLR, but it's a little bit smaller. But it has got a lot of the features, and it's a good, as the wording describes it, it's a bridging camera. It bridges the gap between the point and shoot and the DSLR, and a lot of people will never move on from it, because the DSLR, you do need to be more skillful to use it and a lot more knowledgeable if you're going to use it manually. But a lot of people do use it on automatic and pretend that they're actually setting up manual shots, when all they're doing is moving the lens in and out, and then when they press the shutter, it's on automatic, so the lens returns to the optimum position, and the camera sets it all up, and they end up with a perfect shot, which they claim the credit for. They didn't do it. Nikon, Canon, Olympus, Pentax, or whoever, they did it. Okay, anyway, that gives you a little bit of insight into what camera to buy. It's not an in-depth insight, but it should give you a better idea, and you should be set off on the right foot then, which is my intention with this video, which I will embed in my blog that's set in my website, www.thephotographyyemporium.com. Emporium means large store, for those who don't know, and well, my store is large. Every item's probably got 20 pages allocated to it for you to pick, so you've got a lot of wading through to pick your camera, whichever one you choose, and you might decide to have a look at all of them. But I know some of you will go for a DSLR thinking, well, that's the best, I'll have the best. Well, you might be making a mistake, but don't forget, just put it on auto. No one will know the difference. Only you or any clued up person in your audience that sees you do it. Okay, so bye for now. Tony Belton signing off. See you in my store. You'll find what you want. If it's for photographic equipment, you'll find it in my store. I'll give you again, www.thephotographyemporium.com. Thank you. Bye for now. See you in the store.